Hey guys, welcome back to Cosmiclighthouse. I'm Justine. I just finished water signs reading. Dude, I was so pulled to do an energy check-in. Air signs, I will get to you. Just let me just flow. And I kept speaking about things that collectively need to be said. So lock in. This is going to be one of my longer readings. We got shit to talk about. We got shit to talk about. R.I.P. Dolly. Okay, I was channeling, and this energy of when Judy Garland passed, the wave in the LGBTQ community that was a rebellion happened. This is that same energy. We got shit going down in the streets that are very similar to what have had happened in the past. And we have to be so aware. The revolution will not be televised, but we as citizens have to do our part in the awareness. Lock in. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Also, I don't even know if I introduced myself. If I did, sorry. I have ADHD. I'm Justine. Welcome to Cosmic Lighthouse. Nothing? Okay. Oh. Damn, this is a lot. But it was 6. Okay, I'll take it. The feminine energy in the reverse with the pentacle in the reverse. Tech on feminine consciousness. Well, I'm not surprised one bit on that. This is a heavy reading, so just lock in. We have the healer here with scrying mirror, shadow. You need to understand that we're living in a reality where if this is gonna get weird, hoes, put on that hat, put on the tinfoil. We're living in a... There are sirens going. Put on the damn hat, okay? If we're living in a reality where Source is experiencing this 15 plus whatever time matrix, this whole idea of a time matrix where individuals are experiencing different levels of consciousness so that the earth can grow. Dude, I had a download about this earlier this week. I love that we're putting this on YouTube. Okay, this idea of if we're experiencing both ends of the timeline existing where we are in an experiment, the universe is alive. We are alive. We are of that universe. And if the universe is conducting an experiment that allows human beings to operate at different frequencies so it can learn, grow, and evolve, then of course there's going to be low energy. Of course there's going to be dark magic. Of course there's going to be pain. And then you're also going to see the complete exact opposite of that. And what that is doing is it's gathering data. And we as humans are pieces of that to help gather data. And what a gift. A fucked up gift. Earth is a hard place to incarnate. Earth is a extremely dense vibration. And if you understand that when you come here, there's a reason for that. We're existing in a timeline where a lot of the motherfuckers that are walking around have not incarnated outside of Earth for many lifetimes. And you know what that does? It keeps them stuck in a cycle, in a loop, in a conscious chaos. And so, if there are individuals that are on this planet to help raise the vibration, you have to understand that there's purpose for that. And when you choose to listen, when you choose to tune in, when you choose to listen to the earth, the cosmos, you'll get it. And I hope you have an opportunity to understand that the natural world is not chaotic. It's not filled with frequencies and fear and death. That is an unnatural state that the earth has been basically raped. Earth has been getting so fucked by humans, specific ones, and it's also so much more than that, and I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna keep it there. I don't want to with spirit here, with initiation, followed by again the protection with the pentacle in the reverse, these opposite energies of duality, healer, spirit. We are connected to the cosmos. But again, there's that opposing energy. It's just karma, duality, pain. So much of it is unnatural. So you need to figure out what is natural. With fire in the reverse and spring in the reverse, this is just giving climate change energy. We are in El Nino, the year of the fire horse. This is a really hard time to be a human, and that is reflecting in the cosmos. And I think when we get a understanding of tuning more into astrology, because astrology does help. Dude, this whole need of tuning into the earth, tuning back into our roots is so needed. Y'all see what China released? If the aliens contact you, don't talk to them, you know? Text this number instead. What? Okay. Sure. We are so desensitized with reality, and that was their goal. Union showing up. There is conscious evolution happening. But what has to happen first? Deconstruction. And it comes within self, and it comes with the need to really be present and centered and evolve, and what that fucking looks like to you. You can't avoid shit. Today, my client and I, every time we get together, it's just like we see each other, and we have therapy together. Like all day I've been crying. I woke up crying. My lunch was a cigarette and a Red Bull, okay? I just am grieving and existing in so much grief, and I have to get through it. And, you know, my client came in, and she and I just both were saying things that we needed to hear, and just, she is such another powerful woman in my life who is, again, I am friends with so many women that are just so incredible, and it's such a gift, especially because I have experienced the complete opposite of that. I have been the complete opposite of that. So this idea of existing in a reality which is really awesome women, what a gift. She and I both today were discussing the need to slow down and be present because we're moving so fast. And then we were discussing this whole idea of you can't hide it. Like we were talking about just like assaults and what that means as just like a woman, and the idea of our bodies being taken from us at a really, really young age, and how that affected us, and how we couldn't run from it, we couldn't escape from it, and we had to sit with it and see it. And just, I've had older women come into the salon and talk about how they just thought I was the norm. An older woman literally sat in Faith's chair saying, we just accepted it because we thought it was normal. One time, after a rave, a dude smacked my ass so hard, I turned around and slapped him across the face. And I said, what the fuck is your problem? And then he said, do it again. He did a slap and grab too, mind you, and I got a lot of it. So I was appalled. And what happens when women start taking their power back? Mind you, the universe is a feminine energy because you need feminine energy for fucking creation. The X chromosome turns into the Y. Adam being created and then Eve being created from his rib, my ass. No. I really tried so hard to get those on the table. Girl, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so these are very R-rated cards, so I can't really show you all of these because his whole dick and balls is right where my thumb is. And then, and then we have Queen with her bush out, the Princess of Swords, followed by the Ace of Wands in the reverse. This need, heavy air energy, yeah. This need to free yourself. Accept the things that you can and cannot change, and then don't let it limit you. Figure out how to be so present now. That's your goal. That's your goal. Because you need to understand there are frequencies that are not natural. Pay attention to that. And I think a lot more people are waking up and paying attention to that. Again, this system is crumbling around us. And I'm glitching, hold on. It's this inner system of thinking, being, and doing. My hands are vibrating. That went back in. Hermit mode. Virgo energy. Happy Virgo season. Being present. What was I just fucking saying? Being present. Virgos, I just want to say, y'all really have to figure out soul evolution really intensely. And I think Virgo season allows people to get, especially during this eclipse, it allows people to exist in a reality where you have to see and evolve and let go and allow things to happen organically, because if you force them, it's not going to actually bring change. It will just exist in that and kind of have a stagnant residue. Princess of Pentacles, girl, abundance, creation, freedom. Earth energy is here, guys. My favorite thing about Earth season, and this is just not because I'm an Earth sign, but again, it reminds us to be here, to be on this planet, to be present in our reality, to be present in our body, to find connection to nature, to animals. I don't even want to talk about the horses. The wild horses are going to make me crash out. It's going to make me fucking crash out. Okay? Here's the thing about magic. You have to tell on yourself. And they told on themselves, and now they're following through with it. And y'all didn't want to believe. The universe in the reverse. With the Hierophant in the reverse. Here's the thing about magic. They will tell you, but you didn't want to believe it. You know how scary that is? Your energy is being harvested without an individual's free will and knowing. The Seven of Wands. With the Magician. Here's the thing, babe. We have to get to a point where we can understand and grasp the concept of this is gonna make me cry. Oh my god, this is... Okay, hold on, let me get this out. Grasp the concept that whatever sort of trauma, religious trauma, or just like deprogramming that you have endured, like, and you get out of it, like, what a beautiful freedom. What a beautiful freedom. Because what it's gonna do, it's gonna allow you to be... Sorry, my finger was hurting. It's gonna allow you to exist in a reality where you can not be afraid to live because you're not gonna be afraid to die. And this whole idea of death being a punishment if you don't follow something, a specific set of rules that were created by humans. I realized, it's been a decade since I have left the church, and that's a long time, but still not equal to the amount of time that I was in the church. And that time, like, I'm listening to music to when I was, like, from 2012 to 2013, when I was deep in Christianity and working to become a pastor. The steps were being taken, and I'm listening to this album last night, and I'm sobbing, and I'm seeing younger versions of myself just trying her best to fit into a reality that she just didn't get it. It, like, didn't mesh. It didn't align. And this version of myself, I could see myself at church camp screaming at the moon. It was during a full moon, saying, how come I can't feel you? Why does this feel like an act? Like, I'll never forget this day. Me screaming at God, how come this feels like an act? And it made me actually find God, in a way. This consciousness, this vibration, the earth, it made me understand that this place is so much more than what a set of rules created by men for fear can do. And I don't want to tell you that what you believe in is wrong, because I used to do that, especially if you weren't a Christian. Bitch, I was loud about it. Ugh, I was so loud about it. So annoying. Like, sit down, Justine, shut the fuck up. Like, girl, nobody needs to listen to you talk sometimes. And you know what? That's on period. Top of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This idea of harvesting in a negative way. Are you prepared for change? With the Eight of Wands in the reverse. It's not going to be fast because it needs to be present. But just buckle in and be safe. With the Priestess card showing up, we're existing in a timeline on a planet that has multiple timelines, that is infinite and always growing, and energy is a part of the whole. So, like, don't forget you're a part of that. I'm not taking any of those. So, when you go through healing yourself and working through trauma and feeling free enough in your body that you can release it so that way you can keep evolving. Like, you don't have to hold on to everything. It doesn't have, oh my gosh, sorry, this got so dark. It doesn't have to become your complete identity. Also live in it, honor it, you know? Do what you need to do to stay alive. Especially in times like this, dude. Boat. Receiving what you need. Progression. Arriving. Moving on. Closure. That's the thing too about emotions. Like, allow emotions to flow through you and be present in that flow. Because you will get out of it. Because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So exist in that reality of love. And cry and feel. That's the thing. Feel. Hammer and stabbed in the back coming out sideways. This is closing energy. Again, it's this act of everybody's going to be on their own different timeline, but you need to understand that the waves of letting things go and truly letting them go, it takes time, especially if your body is responding to it in a really different way. Again, this is a dense vibration. This whole really hard, dense situations. And oh my God, the other day I'm using myself as an example just because of just timeline wise. A situation happened to me that I put myself in, and that situation really shook up my world. And the other day I was finally and again, this situation happened before COVID, okay? This situation, I looked at it from such a different perspective. It gave me the ick. It just was such a different lens of the situation. And for the first time in a long time, I really felt peace from that situation because of the ick. You know, whatever. It is what it is. Heartbroken. This one came out in the reverse and I flipped it up with my hand. So again, grieving, feeling through your heart, existing, accepting things for what it is, but also understanding that you can make change. What is Michelle Obama? You can make change happen one step at a time. Coffin, endings. Transition. Changes, endings that bring new beginnings, dude. Everything is energy. Everything is changing. Engagement ring. This idea of union, completion, evolving, commitment. There is so much energy of things being moved to just a different vibration and things allowing hold on a second. Allowing of just the act of receiving, community, love. Us coming together is what will save people. Being there for one another. Being there for yourself, though, is the first step. And then you can start being there for other people, and vice versa. The butterfly, relationships evolving to the next phase, healing your inner child, growth. Yeah, this idea of needing to allow yourself, again, like the butterfly, go through that evolution and transform. I say this in almost all of my readings, and I'm going to have to keep saying it. But if you cannot handle the density of Earth right now, some people need to fucking rest. And their souls can't take it anymore. The universe is going to take them. So again with that, love people, reach out to one another, take care of yourself mentally, and really figure out community at a higher consciousness vibration. Love call, yeah, at a higher consciousness vibration. Hello. We're gonna close this out. Right, cycles of life endlessly turning and returning to us, to the source. Hold on. Do y'all like listen to what I say? We have promise. Commit to your best efforts and keeping your word. Yeah, absolutely. Caution. Tread softly into the shallows. No haste. Yeah, dude. There's a couple more. We have the dancer. Behind the dull mask of self-consciousness lives the new bright fool. Oh, horny. Horny. This came out in water signs energy. The past is always where it should be, behind you. Move forward. Retrospection. You guys, I love you. This was your energy check-in. Thank you for subscribing and being here. And I love you. And we will get through this. I promise.